This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
What can we expect on Election Day? Our political analyst Charles McElwee joins us to provide some insight. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by for today's local information. I'm Ken Kara and let's get to it. It's the eve of Election Day and there's a lot of questions going into this one. Arjadine Lasant recently spoke with SSPTV political analyst Charles McElwee to get his views and to give us a local perspective.
Joining us now on SSPTV News, our good friend Charles McElwee. And Charles, we are gearing up for another awesome election night.
A major election night, and we have no idea how it's going to play out. This is dramatic compared to 2016, and we thought 2016 was crazy.
This is definitely going to be historic for all of us. For our panel, we have a newcomer. We have Lauren Sacco, who is a business owner and also Hazleton City Councilwoman. So it'll be interesting to see the dynamic of having her on the program. This is the second time we are going to be going live election night via Zoom. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, yes, I mean, it's great to have Lauren on board for election night, and she's extensively involved in the city, and she'll provide, a gauge on what is going on in those 6 square miles. In 2016, it was somewhat contested. Did Hillary win Hazleton or not? Trump did have a narrow lead thanks to the tariffs. Will that happen again in 2020? It remains to be seen. So that will be helpful. But overall, we have a great panel. We're going to have to cover the region that gave Trump not only Pennsylvania, but arguably the election. So we'll have a lot on our plate. And unfortunately, we will not have the answers on Tuesday night.
Yeah, let's talk about that. This year, they have decided, the Supreme Court, right, has decided that you can vote till Friday.
Right. There's a 3-day window after the election. Now, the question will be turnout. We know the mail-ins are at historic levels, unprecedented, but how many people are actually going to line up to vote on Election Day? And that arguably will be a gauge of the enthusiasm among Trump voters. The argument holds that the people who will go to their polling places on Election Day, we're told, more often than not, will be those who are going to cast their ballots for Trump. But it will be interesting to see what the turnout looks like. What do the lines look like at the Cunningham Municipal Building, in Hazleton, and other parts of the Valley? It will be fascinating to watch.
As an analyst, is this a year that is really uncertain for you to, kind of look at the numbers? I know that Mike DeCosmo has always been excellent by looking at the trends of numbers of polls coming in, the specific races coming in, and the actual numbers coming in and saying who is winning where. But for this election, it's so different because you have all of the people voting until Friday.
Right. We have everybody voting until Friday, and we have so many conflicting components. I mean, you have wire reports, commentary, daily articles coming in suggesting that this is Biden's race to lose. He has an advantage in Pennsylvania. He's a native son of northeastern Pennsylvania. He will win the state. That is the one perspective. But then you look at some of the other trends. I mean, Republican voter registration numbers are going through the roof in counties throughout Pennsylvania, including Luzerne. In Cambria County, Western Pennsylvania, once associated as a stalwart Democratic region, it flipped to the GOP this summer. You have polls suggesting Biden has a lead, but that lead is narrowing. The Real Clear Politics average, as it stands, is closer now than it was when Hillary was leading Trump in Pennsylvania in 2016. So we really have no idea what's going on, but there are a few bellwether counties that would suggest to us where the days will lead after Election Day. And Luzerne happens to be one of those 3 counties. I don't think that voter is so much silent as we know in the Hazleton area. We see the signs everywhere. If anything, the silent Trump voter lives in suburbia. So I'll be interested to see how Trump's margins perform in some of these suburbs, because there are plenty of demographics that defy the perception that Biden has an advantage with him. He definitely does, but how strong is that advantage compared to the enthusiasm for Trump in places like the Cunningham Valley or even Schuylkill County, where the voter turnout, that advantage, 44,000 in Schuylkill County in 2016, that actually equaled Trump's winning advantage statewide that year. So there are a lot of fascinating factors in play.
Well, we are going to be live again Tuesday, election night, 8 to 10 via Zoom. Second time we're doing this, and it worked out good for the primary, so we'll have to see who our winner will be in this upcoming election. So, Charles, we will see you via Zoom on Tuesday for election night. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Falvello Law Firm. Have you been injured in a car accident? Call Falvello Law Firm. Your case is our fight.
Thank you, Janine and Charles. We'll see you tomorrow on our election night coverage. You'll be seeing Hazleton area's Jillian Wolk at the State Cross Country Championships. Here's the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. Wolk was 7th at the District 2 3A meet. The boys in District 2 are scheduled to run today. In football, Hazleton area lost in the District 2 6A title game to Delaware Valley. The Hazleton area girls volleyball team will play for the District 2 4A championship. Brooke Boretsky had 22 points and 32 assists against Wilkes-Barre area. The Marion girls beat Minersville to advance to the District 11 Single A title game against top-seeded Nativity on Wednesday. Olivia Karchner had 13 kills in Marion's semifinal win. The Hazleton area field hockey team joins the Hazleton area District Championship game party. Jill Kringy scored 3 times and had an assist for the Cougars in the semis.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's a look at the blue moon from Halloween night. A blue moon is the second full moon in a calendar month. Now our forecast from the National Weather Service. There's a wind advisory for our area until 7 p.m. this evening. Tonight expect partly cloudy skies with a low of 32 degrees. Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Tuesday, wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Partly sunny skies with highs in the mid-40s. Tuesday night mostly clear with a low of 32 degrees. Wednesday is sunny with a high of 55. Wednesday night mostly clear with a low of 38. Thursday is mostly sunny with highs in the upper 50s. Thursday night partly cloudy with a low of 42 degrees. Friday is sunny with a high of 60 degrees. And then Friday night mostly clear with a low of 43 degrees. Coming up, Joe Madden talks baseball, and the Sam Lasan Show is in the SSPTV Spotlight. Find out who the guest is, and also a feature on a romantic comedy set during the pandemic.
St. John Bosco's annual Election Day pasta and meatball dinner will be held on Tuesday. The dinner is takeout only and can be picked up between 3 and 7 p.m. The Health and Wellness Center will be having a blood drive on Tuesday, November 3rd from 7 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. If you would like to schedule an appointment, you are asked to visit givepint.org. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Irene A. Colombo, age 80, of Calairs, who passed away on September 30th. Mass be Friday at 11 a.m. at Church of All Saints. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the church. The Damiano Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Lois J. Schultz, age 87, of Hazleton. The Butler Chapel at the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Deborah M. Debbie Sharkey, age 64, of West Hazleton. Services will be private under the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.